Well, for the third time in a row, Raleigh is lowering its speed limit on hundreds of neighborhood streets.
That's right. The citywide speed limit is 35 miles an hour unless otherwise posted, but there are more 25-mile-per-hour signs going up every month. CBS 17's Galat Malamed is digging into the process to put the limit signs out there in the neighborhood.
Driving around Raleigh, be prepared to pump the brakes on some, not all, neighborhood streets.
Slower streets are safer streets.
Raven Yurtal Street near downtown is one of the newest to get a lower speed limit.
Getting to 25 from 35, I think, was an excellent idea, and it honestly should have happened sooner.
Why didn't it?
It takes one person reaching out.
William Shoemaker in Raleigh's transportation department says most neighborhood speed limit changes begin with a citizen request. Demand skyrocketed in 2021, leading to lower speed limits on about 200 streets this year. Is this too much of a piecemeal process? Couple hundred streets this year, couple hundred the next year out of 5,000 or so.
You know, there are pros and cons to anything we do. That being said, there'd be a lot of value if we could go ahead and get all the neighborhood streets reduced at one time.
While hundreds of neighborhood streets are 25 or 30 miles per hour, most are still the citywide unposted 35 miles per hour. Do you think the city will eventually need to just make a standard neighborhood street limit?
So ultimately, that is the goal.
One Shoemaker says would involve the city council.
I do think that the idea of changing the code, I think that may be a good idea. I do think it should come from the experts on our staff.
Mayor Pro Tem Jonathan Melton points to council lowering the downtown speed limit to 25 miles per hour and prohibiting right turns on red as two steps to make streets safer. And nearly every meeting, the council approves lower speeds on a handful of streets, the final step in the citizen-initiated process.
I cannot think of any time that a speed limit reduction was pulled out of the consent agenda item for further discussion or a separate vote.
In the new year, Shoemaker hopes the city can take on more requests because Yurtal,
I think the change is actually a really good idea.
is not the only one wanting the city to speed up when it comes to lowering speed limits.
The demand is outstripping our ability to put out the signs, and we're moving as fast as we can.
In Raleigh, Galat Malamed, CBS 17 News.